I'm your friend, Dr. Charles Apoki. I'm in Aba, my city of spiritual rebirth, and it gives me a lot of joy to come to Aba to do ministry. I want to thank my new friend, Reverend Chika Joseph. I knew him just recently, and it's from my post on Facebook, YouTube, and all other channels that I feature, that they happen to have come across my material and my materials and invited me to come and speak in his church. Very young and anointed man. I think he will go places. Next week I'll be in Abuja and the Heroes of Faith Church, and then the other week I'll be at the Master Vessels Church in Umuahia. The banners and the posters are there. Then I hope to be in a Catholic church at the end of the month. Then from there I will go to Sapele to speak to the Church of God Mission youths. So it's going to be a very hectic period. I will also be in Asaba Wednesday from today to speak on television with the special advisor to the governor on economic and entrepreneurial affairs, and I'll be on TV. But I'm still doing my recordings as I go along, and I'm doing this recording on Nabal, Abigail, David, and social intelligence. If you read from 1 Samuel chapter 25 from verse 1, you will see that, and Samuel died, and the Bible says, and all Israelites were gathered together and lamented. But after that, the Bible said, and David arose and went down to the wilderness of Paran. And then the next statement said, there was a man in Moab whose possessions were in Carmel, and he was a very great and rich man. And he had 3,000 sheep and 1,000 goats, and he was shearing his sheep. The man's name was Nabal, and he was a very rash man, and he was a very Polish man, and he had evil doings. He was of the house of Caleb, but he had a beautiful and intelligent wife. There's nothing as bad as being in a relationship with a stupid man like Nabal. You can be rich with money, and that's the lowest form of richness. Wealth will involve the following: your possessions. Wealth will include those you know, those who know you, what you are known for, and then your responsibilities. The Good Samaritan had wealth and he was responsible. Job had wealth and he had a righteous standing. In fact, the conference I came for is titled, I Am Rich and Righteous. So, Job was rich, he had a right standing with God. So, but Nabal had the lowest form of riches, which is what is common in Nigeria. He had riches without character. The best form of riches to have is riches with responsibility, like the Good Samaritan, riches with righteousness, riches with what you are known for, and riches with who you know and those who know you. So you can be rich and be stupid like Nabal. The tragedy is that Nabal came from a very good background, the background of Caleb. Even though the name Caleb means doggish or Canaanish, it means they behave like dogs, even though he was a man of faith that said, give me this mountain. But his descendants decided, this descendant now, who most probably inherited his wealth from his father, became a bad man, a rude man, a stupid man. He was not conscious of his background. People like me who preach, it might surprise you to know that it's not all members of my household that value what I'm doing. Not even those who are close to me value what I'm doing. See, some of them can decide to be deviants from what I am doing. But the truth of the matter is that you live your life. Samuel's children decided to be deviants, decided to be different. But God does not allow a vacuum. When Samuel died and he was buried and the children of Israel mourned, David arose. And the Bible says that he had a wife called Abigail, that Abigail was beautiful and intelligent. All these descriptions are descriptions based on observations. Remember that I talked about reputation, I talked about somebody is observing you, I talked about branding, I talked about that people keep a file about you. When you interact with society, be very conscious of what you are doing and the brand and the discussions you are generating. Here was a man with wealth, but he was described as foolish, just like his name Nabal. In fact, one of his servants said that you cannot approach him, you cannot advise him. And so the servant went and talked to the wife. Even the wife went and told David that Nabal is like his name, foolish. What kind of name are you building? What kind of reputation are you building? What kind of descriptions will people make of you? I came to Aba now. I left here more than 20 years back, but a crop of ministers came to listen to me after their services in their churches. It is because one has deliberately cultivated a reputation of integrity, performance, and responsibility. Our nation is in a serious state because people don't care. People don't care about what they do. They don't care about what people say about them. If you are emotionally intelligent, you should care about your reputation. I will continue the discussion on Nabal, David, Abigail, and social intelligence after this time. God bless you. I'm your friend, Dr. Charles Apoki. Please keep praying for me for journeying mercies. Pray for me for protection. And pray for me for people to be a blessing to this ministry and help us grow the things we want to grow and make provisions for people to be able to come to us to be mentored. I'm your friend, Dr. Charles Apoki. This smile will never fade. God bless you.